What's happening, everybody? Welcome to the Everything in Three podcast. And this series right here is actually dedicated to the No Hero Left Behind, the Valhalla project. All right. What we plan on doing is covering a deck of cards that was given to me by a veteran that works for me or used to work for me. Now he works in a completely different department. Okay. But these things that we're going to be talking about, they're meant to inspire, meant to motivate, meant to give inspiration to those going through situations in life that they just don't understand why and they don't understand if they can. We're here to let you know that you can. My name's Trey. This is my daughter Vivian.
What's up?
And this is my co-host and homeboy Stacy.
What up, world?
All right, so let's go ahead and get this thing started. Vivian, would you read the first card?
You do not discover a wonderful life, you create it.
Oh man, that's a pretty deep one, Vivian, for the first one. All right, so Face, I'll let you go first on what that means to you, and then I'll expound, man. Given everything you've been through and the person that you are and the man you are today.
It's like some people, like when you're young, you feel like, you know, when I wake up tomorrow, I'm going to have this great life that I sometimes think about or imagine. But the things that come with that, you have to get up every morning and make decisions that's conducive to you creating this great life because everything that you choose today is going to determine your future. What the choices that you make today is what's going to become of your future. So if you're making choices without thinking, or you're making life choices without realizing that these are life choices, you might find that a great life ain't what you're gonna have. So you gotta make choices and decisions based on the life that you want to live. So creating a life is making goals, setting goals for yourself, trying to set yourself up for later on down the line. You got to have goals in mind and set yourself on a path to where you can create and build this type of life for yourself. Because certain times when you make certain decisions, you're actually making choices that's detrimental to that. You know what I mean? You can make choices that you can bounce back from. You can make choices that sometimes you it's not going to be so easy to bounce back from if you can bounce back from them at all. So you just got to realize going forward in life, especially the younger guys, younger generation or younger people, period, you have to make these choices with the great life that you have in your mind. You have to make choices that's conducive to that.
Man, look, not only do I agree with that 110%, man, in the production meeting prior to this meeting, you spoke about something about the fact that not everybody is born in the same position. We all start off in different positions in life, man. But the decisions that you make can dictate how quickly you accelerate your life. Okay. A good example was your parents. You could be born in a situation where your parents have made certain decisions that have put you in a horrible starting point in life. Okay. But if you continuously make decisions that metastasize that or make their previous decisions even worse, okay, then you're putting yourself even further behind and putting that next generation that's coming behind you even further behind. All right. I think this is where the ball has been dropped a lot of the way is because we don't understand, even as a from a young age, that the steps that we're taking, every single step, every single discipline, and that's even from the smallest things to the biggest things, man. Making your bed every day, getting up, brushing your teeth every morning, All right. You know, all of those types of things are the little wins and the little things, little steps that build discipline.
Mm-hmm.
And without discipline, you get nowhere. Now, discipline is a word that a lot of people don't like to hear or believe is has a negative connotation to it. All right, but at the end of the day, without discipline, there is nothing. Okay, without rule or law, okay, you have nothing. Even when there is no rule and law, there is rule and law because there's always a hierarchy. All right, whether you look
Just
at
think about it
the
like
animal
this.
kingdom or anything else. All
Think about it like this here. Just think about this. If the
right.
ocean wanted to get mad, if the ocean wanted to get mad and do what it wanted to do just today, it could possibly kill everybody. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So it's discipline even in nature. But the thing is this, self-discipline is what you can really capitalize off of because you, like you say, when you say somebody else is disciplining you, it sounds a certain way. But if you have a self-discipline, that is what you grow from because you can actually see the good in it. When you doing something on your own, far as like you say about the parent situation. I'm gonna just bring this back right quick. When you say like we sometimes are born in certain circumstances, but then we'll turn around and make choices that were just as bad, and we want to blame other people. And I know that sometimes like kids born in a certain circumstances, man, it's sad. You know what I mean? But we also have to start taking accountability for the choices that we make in life. And the early on that we realize the importance of our decision making, and we could try to change the circumstances and come out of these different environments that we are born into from the decisions of our parents. You feel what I'm saying? We
Mm.
can't blame our parents up until a certain point. You know what I'm saying? It's like we just have to, as young people, realize, you know,
Realize
through
the
it all, you
importance of the
still have to.
situation. Listen, the gravity of the situation at every single step in your life creates what the next step is gonna be like. Okay. If I'm if I'm running, okay, and I'm running a sprint and I know I need to get 200 meters, okay, or 100 meters, and I need to do it faster than everybody else that's running with me. If I have one misstep in that 100 meters, it's going to set me back half a second, maybe a second. That half a second, maybe a second is critical to me being successful and getting to where I want to be. So when we're talking about you don't discover a wonderful life, you create it. It's the little disciplines and things that you do, okay, making sure you do those next steps successfully and in succession. All right, that put you in a position to discover that wonderful life. All right, because look, man, I didn't make the best decision. Okay, I didn't put myself in the best position in life to be able to capitalize on every single thing that God's given me. All right, and it cost me dearly. It set me behind years. Okay, in order to have the life that I have now, I had to not only envision this life, okay, where got my children, I got my business, I make good enough money to provide for my family because that was part of my prayers, okay, and part of what I asked for, you know what I mean? And I had to mentally put myself in the right mind frame because I was not in a situation or in the environment where that would be conducive. I was in a situation where I was surrounded by gates and towers and a whole bunch of people that might not ever go home. Okay. And I had to take my mindset out of where I was personally at and what I was seeing. Okay. And understand what was truly tangible for me. But to do that, I had to make steps even at that point. I programmed. I stayed on a regimented workout system that kept me disciplined on a daily basis, even when I didn't want to. Okay. I changed my eating. Okay. I changed my mind. And when I say I changed my mind, I invested in my mind. I read more books. I watched every video possible. And I learned as much knowledge about things that I did not know or understand prior to. I put myself in uncomfortable situations so that when I would eventually be put in the right situation, I would be comfortable. And those are the things that have given me the ability and the possibility to create the wonderful life that I have today. All right. It's the steps that you take. It's the regiment that you make. All right. That's what does it. That's what does it. If you don't believe that's what does it, then you ain't done it yet. Okay. Anybody that's been successful or done anything, they will tell you that they had to do these same things that I'm talking about right now.
And a lot of times it's small sacrifices. You know
Yeah.
what I
A
mean?
lot of small
I'm gonna
sacrifices.
sacrifice. I'm gonna sacrifice this day of fun to really go and try to find something that's going to be helpful. Because it's easy to make choices. I don't want to be bored today, but you got to sacrifice certain things early on to be able to have